I'm going to show you a few tips on adjusting some of the settings, in particular how to make your blog private or your students' blogs private so that it's not available on the web. Possibly you don't want others to be able to see what you're posting with your students, and that's a concern for privacy reasons that many times you'll see in schools. So you click over here. We're at the when you get to the login screen, and all the blogs you've created should be visible here. In my case, I have 2, and you can always create a new blog by clicking this button over here. If you scroll down here, there are several features that you can look at. One of the things that I mentioned before is the ability to create posts. That's a blog post that goes in as a timed item. A page is more like a website. It's more static and permanent. If you look down here, there's a button Settings. Click on this, and you can change a lot of things from this screen. I might realize that this title really doesn't do it for me, and I will click on Edit and change it. I possibly want to add a description. I can do that here. And you can also change privacy. Add your blog to our listings. No, let search engines find your blog. That's one way to make it more private, but it can still be found. So if you don't want your students to be found, but you want them to be able to share the URL, which is right over here, okay, that's basically what they would type in the search bar of Explorer, Mozilla, Chrome, or Safari, whatever browser they're using. And so this is one easy way, and probably the simplest, and your blog will not be indexed by Google and therefore will not show up in the search results. Now they have a more specific way. I'll just scroll down here. Blog readers. So who can actually read the blog? To make it very private, there's 2 options here. Only blog authors. So who are blog authors? I'm going to just show you here. If you scroll up here, you will notice that you have the option to add multiple blogs to your blog. So I'm going to add an invite to another one of my accounts. I'll invite this author. Once the author accepts, it will show up in the list, and this individual will now be able to read and also publish in my blog. So one of the things you may want to do with a group of students is have multiple students posting to a blog. How would you do that? Just like I just showed you. You have the students invite each other right here, and as they invite each other, they'll be able to all post on the blog. When they post, it will show under their name. So if you wanted to improve privacy and not have multiple authors on a blog, the other way is this way. So private. And what happens here is basically only people who have a Google account will be able to view this account. They'll have to be invited by email. And if they are invited with a non-Google account, it's actually only good for 30 days. Usually if you have Google Apps in your classroom, all the students have a Google domain, email I mean, so they'll have a Google email so they can email each other, and that way it's fairly easy to keep private. So that's it for how to keep your, how to make your Blogger account private, semi-private, or very private.